Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we have our full moon coming up, and it is an Aquarius Pisces full moon. That's right, that big old Capricorn full moon pushed its way through, and now we have a set of transitional moons. So our last full moon was Capricorn Aquarius. Now we get a little Aquarius and we get a little Pisces on there as well. It is also the first super full moon of the new cycle of super full moons. At the beginning of the year we have super new moons, now we have super full moons. The most dramatic of all of the moons. Really, they're just, the moon is closer to the earth. The moon's influence on people is more intensified when it's closer to us. The tides are a little bit higher. Our emotions are a little bit closer, a little bit easier to reach. So that's all of that fun stuff. But yes. So it's going to be our Leo Sun Aquarius full moon, but we are also going to be cusping our Virgo Sun and our Pisces moon as well. So we get to close out our Earth, Air, Fire, Water portal that we opened up, which I think is pretty neat, honestly. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be very, I feel like how we feel when you eat a lot of spicy food before you go to bed. You know what's going to happen, right? You know it's coming. You're going to have some really weird, really vivid dreams, and it's going to get wild and crazy, but it's going to be entertaining. So let's get into it. Oof, Aquarius. I'm feeling it. I thought it was just me feeling like anxiety and tension. I split the deck to shuffle. Tower and six pentacles. Manipulation side. It's not just me, is it, Aquarius? Oh no. No, it's us. What's going on? What's up? How's your full moon going for you? The devil's got a hold upon your wicked soul. Oh, Ronald falling in reverse. That's what just came into my head. Internal battles. Devil card again. Taking on those demons. Addressing them by name. Giving them faces. Characters, so that we can eradicate them. I really missed something, or we're really missing out on something. Yeah, it feels like our focus is locked on the monsters and beasts and challenges and struggles and failures in our life. Well, there's more to life than just struggle. Overcoming the odds is the greatest human story we all try to live over and over again, isn't it? Or why? I want to take these two because I want them. Yeah, there's great struggle, great battle, but when the battle is done, I think you're going to realize that it wasn't what you thought it was. You weren't fighting what you thought you were fighting for. Or the fight didn't matter. Because in the end, it brought you to conclusion. and allowing this death of this thought cycle, this emotional struggle. That's what brings our star to us. Not even bringing us closer to our star, that's what brings it to us. The hope, the motivation, the drive, the reminder. Oh yes, I am a spirit. I'm not just this meat suit. I am the spirit. And spirit comes to me. We're just playing a story. Our final scenes, final acts on that Leo stage before we move into Virgo season and make our new theater solid. We have to make room. Go to what fell in our laps here. The Fool, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a call for sacrifice. It's a call to allow death processes to happen. Walk away from that fight. Or you will walk away from that fight. Oh, that's wild. The character here and here. They look awfully similar, don't they? This next journey is going to bring you towards victory, towards satisfaction, towards a level of completion, security in your physical realm, in your home space. And we don't just have to fight with others, we have to fight with ourselves in order to do it. This Fool card is really tricking me right now. It's because, like, it's inciting a new journey, but at the same time it doesn't feel so new. It's the year 8, so I feel like we're running through all of our cycles a lot right now. We're just pushing through all of those old cycles and trying to come to our new conclusions. But for all the discomfort and all the dismay and all of the sadness, there is a source of drive, of passion, of will that is pushing and pulling you through, moving you along, keeping you going, even when you feel like you're too tired to keep going. You get up and you do it again. Why'd you come out all sideways like that, Ace of Cups? It feels like we're still trying to pour into... these spilled cups that are laying on the ground. Well, if I just pour the water sideways, defy gravity, I can still fill these cups. The waters will come in to the cups and they'll be full again. They're knocked over. They're knocked over, though. You can't do that. You can't keep pouring into these cups of disappointment. They're not serving you. They're not going to feed you. They're not going to fill or hold any of the water that you're trying to put into it, any of the emotional energy and effort that you are putting into these fallen, spilled cups. It's just going to wash back out with the tide because they're not standing on because they're not standing on their own. These people, places, and things that you are trying to pour your waters into, they're not standing on their own. Ah! That's why I smiled there, because I looked down at the top of the deck. Aha! You don't say! Look! Look at all of these cups standing on the ocean, upright, ready to receive waters from this new fountain off in the distance, this dream of a fountain. This is what we're trying to create. Our upright Ace of Cups. Our appropriate pouring of waters into cups that are willing to receive. And look at how many there are now. It's not just 4 spilled cups kicked over on the sand at the beaches. Oh, the beaches. No. These cups are standing upright and they are ready to receive your waters and your emotions. That's why we need to go through these transitions. That's why we need to keep believing in ourselves and pushing ourselves through, even if it seems foolish to go out and chase after our stars in order to go out and find people who are willing to receive our waters, who are willing to come into alignment with us. I feel like that's why we got this card too. Not just the reduction of the Ten of Swords, cutting it in half, but also to illuminate the journey that this Fool is going on. You're gonna have to break some hearts. You're gonna have to cut off some cups. You're gonna have to let those spilled cups that are laying on the ground, you're gonna have to let them lie, and it's not gonna feel good. You're not gonna come out looking like a great fancy hero. You might in some eyes, but in others you're not gonna look good. You need to accept that image. And you need to accept that image or cast it off, as it were, and know that battles are won and lost. When any of us gets to the point of old age, you didn't live your life perfectly. You didn't do everything right. Nobody does. That doesn't mean that you don't get or deserve satisfaction, comfort, stability. You can have this. Even having to go through these hard points. When I accidentally hucked this card, we ended up on this side. Throwing it down. Walking away. Not playing this game anymore. Yeah, you might have to bat down some cups that are trying to be filled but refuse to stand on their own. You're not going to look like a great person. You might have to go through that dark night of the soul, that death process, in order to let all of this come to fruition, to bring yourself closer to your completion. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, it's a tandem effort. The Wheel of Fortune, the side of the gods, turning our fates. But also, the Two of Pentacles. We have to play our part. We have to give, we have to take, and we have to know when it is appropriate to give and when it is appropriate to take. Dang, Aquarius. Going deep. Page of Cups wanted to come out. I wasn't ready for the Page of Cups to come out. I'm not feeling it. The Knight of Swords, a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Yep, we're building that energy. We're building that momentum. You see you push just a little bit harder, Aquarius. Stand up for yourself. Stand upright. Yourself. Stop bending. Stop bending to pour waters into cups that can't stand on their own. You need to correct your position and stand upright for what you know is right. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your boundaries. And allow the gifts to come in. Allow your waters to flow naturally, the way that gravity intended. I know sometimes we feel like we have to move the entire moon and the stars to get what we want, to get where we want to be, and that may be true, but there are still some basic laws that we have to follow, some basic understandings that we all experience, that we're all under, and one of those is that what goes up must come down, and it comes straight down. Gravity moves down. It does not push things to the side. That is a different effort, that is a different momentum, and it is working against the gravity that pushes down. You can work against nature. You can defy it. You can do, man has done it. Look at everything we've done. You can defy nature, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work properly or you're going to have the best results because of it. It is better to work with nature, to work with what you're given, the elements, the natural laws of the universe. That's my advice for you on this moon. Release the need to bend yourself to give away your emotional attachments to people, places, and things that won't stand on their own 2 feet. Stand yourself upright. Allow yourself to complete these cycles, these emotional and these mental cycles. Move through them. Give yourself that fire, that passion, that reason to keep going. It may not always be pretty. We may not always come out looking like the good guy. But if we continue to stand up for ourselves and the cups that we want to receive, our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, they will stand upright for us and hold that water the way that they were always intended to. You're going to be fine, Aquarius. You've got this. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.